I will have to say that I've been pretty disappointed recently.
If I gave myself the power,
And
where would I be? Was I ever really
I'm just
lost
gonna
in
say,
translation?
and I'll keep my Discord. If you haven't done so, you can actually join the Discord. Even my Discord is known as just like, I've been very unhappy about shit that's been going on.
If I gave myself the power,
and it's just like,
where would
it's
I
the
be?
meme with the no fighting, no fighting, no fighting, and then somebody comes to smash it. Like,
Really lost in translation.
like this has been a fucked up week. In in the time we've actually had, motherfucking Clarence ass motherfucking Thomas
If I gave
has been
myself
coming
the
out that it's
power,
been motherfucking
where would I be?
corruption for the last 20
Was
years.
am I
You're
ever
arguing over
really
somebody's
lost
gender
in
identity
translation?
that they claim that they should fucking have. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're arguing over somebody else's gender identity, not somebody's forced gender identity on somebody else. Their own gender identity because they have a platform and they should just do what's been told. But this person has a bad take. A lot of people have bad takes on the left. I don't know. Like telling the country to just roll over and take it when another country is taking them over.
Where would I be? Was am I ever really lost in translation?
I'm sorry. Somebody else's gender identity is making you feel bad because it's different from what you want it to be. Or it's not as inclusive to you when they're talking about themselves.
Am I ever really lost in translation?
And yeah, you can make an argument that they're doubling down and tripling down. Guess what? A conservative told me that the fucking sky is blue. I went on Twitter and said the sky is blue. And the conservatives agree with me. You gotta cancel me next.
Am I ever really lost in translation?
I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. This plays. I just made a video. I just made a video like a week or two ago of where it is literally there are some people who literally would want the left to remain people full of outcasts in order to say like, yeah, we're on the left because we're an outcast. Not because you care about people being heard, not because you care about progressing in society, but you want to maintain, no, you can't be part of the normal people and be on the left. That's what a lot of this shit is, really. That's what a lot of this shit is.
If I gave myself the power,
yeah, you can't be part of the normal people and be on the left. That's what a lot of this shit is. How dare you?
Was am I ever really lost in translation?
Seriously, that's what it boils down to. One person talking about themselves and people attacking.
If I gave myself
I don't know. I really don't know.
Would I be? Am I ever really lost in translation?
Do I agree with somebody doubling and tripling down or saying some shit out of anger? Fuck no. But let's not forget, this whole situation started because somebody was talking about themselves.
Where would I be?
And fuck, literally in a subject where they have very strong feelings about. Now, I know a few of you guys don't know what an antinatalist is. you know, somebody who doesn't want kids, who believes that having kids is a bad thing because it seems like it's selfish. Reduce that person to that thing that they fight against. Literally, somebody who has anti-natalist beliefs, and you reduce them to a natalist view of themselves.
Was I, am I ever really lost in translation?
It don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. And then the argument, you have a big platform, so you should not say this. Conservatives are agreeing with you, so you should delete it. Conservatives will agree with me when saying water is wet. A lot of this is just fucking audience. How dare you just not? Here, hear me out with this one, right? A few years ago, ContraPoints got canceled because she said that, hey, I want to have my pronouns she, her, and the people in woke circles tells me they should be they, them.
If I gave myself the power, where would I be?
Got canceled for it.
Was I, am I ever really lost in translation?
I'm like, wow. Wow. But you know,
if I gave myself the
right?
power, where would I be? Was I, am I ever really
Let me go work on this
lost
art
in
in my true,
translation?
like actually start doing this video. So here, let's go. So, and yes, this is the big picture. The big picture. This is the 24 by 18. So I'm working on this, and yeah, we're gonna see how this works out today. I actually have a picture that I'm looking at right now, and it's gonna pull up on screen, and we're actually gonna get to it. I know I haven't been freaking with putting out the videos that I normally do. Just trying to get back into the normal, you know, moves and turns of life. So yeah, we're gonna be working on this today, and yeah, let's go. Turn on the music, and we're gonna be talking about this here. Hold on. There we go. Oh, here we go. So I'm bringing back. Wrong one. So I'm actually bringing back
Where would I be?
favorite of ours, and we just did a video about her.
Was I, am I ever really lost
Yeah,
in translation?
let's start this show. So I was actually watching a Loner Box video.
If I gave
I
myself
saw
the power,
this video, and I saw the first
where
few
would
minutes of
I
it,
be?
and I thought we can actually cover it on stream
Was
while
I,
we're
am I ever
And,
really lost in translation?
basically, we're actually going to be covering this because I just like making fun of this stupid shit. Here, we're going to be talking about Pearl.
If I gave myself the
Let's go ahead
power,
and work on our art, shall we? Okay, Pearl. let's hear some of the stupidity that you have to say. Shall we? Let's go.
Welcome to the Just Curly Things YouTube channel. Today, I am going to be reacting.
She does not have any personality. You know what? I don't need to speed it up. We can just watch it. She does not have any fucking personality at all. I don't know what it is, but she just does not seem to have any personality. Like, she's like a blank slate. And I've always said she's like a Wish Deborah Wall, but she's even worse than that. But let's go.
I debunked the entire manosphere. Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. That way you're going to be notified of my daily videos. Also, guys, if you want to know what my producer blessing looks like, send a super thanks. He's camera shy.
Today we're going to be talking about hypergamy.
No. You have no fucking personality, chick. You have no personality. I may need to start getting 3 screens. All right, let's go.
5 forms of female hypergamy.
You know the word hypergamy or hypergamy, however you want to.
On this podcast,
Oh my gosh, Rolo looks so different there. Oh my goodness.
we don't cry about hypergamy.
Oh my god. So these motherfuckers, Fresh and Fit, oh my god, they're fucking losers. But I want to do a video on them, but I heard they copyright the shit out of videos, and so that's the only reason I don't. But I guess one of these days I'm gonna actually do a video about them. But let's go.
This is a huge subject.
Human females engage in hypergamy. Women mate across and up dominance hierarchy.
With a small percentage of men hogging a large percentage of
women can't get rid of their hypergamous nature and then just leave the men at the bottom to be cast away. That's terrifying.
It's widely accepted that women are hypergamous.
It's widely accepted in your circles. Like, I don't get this whole thing about women are hypergamous. Well, no, women date losers all the time. That's how half of you motherfuckers was able to touch a woman. But it's not always true, dog. It's not always true. But let's go.
That's it.
First of all, let's look at the supposed evidence that they have for hypergamy. This is a study which revealed that 5,000 years ago, after the rise of agriculture, a huge uptick in wealth disparity meant that there were a small group of very rich alpha males that reproduced with, on average, 17 women. Cooking.
So, in other words, there was a king, basically, who tried to motherfucking get him a harem. I guess that's the thing. All right, let's go.
The rest of men into sexless oblivion. To deal with this, we developed the monogamous system, which ensured no man was left out of the reproductive.
I assure you there are still men left out of the reproductive marketplace. I assure you.
Sexual.
Okay, you left out the reproductive marketplace. So what? Oh my god. So the fuck what? You can't have babies. What? So, like, for real, you can't have babies. And if we stop teaching people that, hey, having a baby is what is A-okay, the bee's knees, and making sure you're, like, if you have to tell people that, well, your only value is to make sure you pass on yourself to other people, then it's gonna obviously cause some motherfucking issues. It's just like telling people if you're not rich, you're nothing. And quite frankly, that's a fucked up ass way of making sure you tell somebody they have value. That's a fucked up way of having somebody having value. But let's continue.
Marketplace. This was an example of women's ingrained hypergamous nature at its peak, and if we allow the current sexual marketplace to expand to its natural conclusion, it will all happen once again.
You know, they were the incels of thousands of years ago. Yeah. They were the original, right? So they might group up to rebel against the Chad, and they will take the women and separate them among themselves. The Marxists, for example, they came to America and they destroyed thousands of years of cultural evolution. We live
the Frankfurt School of Marxism and Frankfurt School and Cultural Marxism. Just say you doing the JQ, like, and what does Marx have anything to do with, I don't know, women being able to choose who they want to be with? That just doesn't make sense. Why would you throw that shit around? Like, and this motherfucker right here, like, what the fuck, man? Like, why would you, like, maybe your personality is the reason why you ain't getting the chick. I don't know. I keep saying it. Be the person who you want to be around.
Live in a primitive sexual market. Yeah. Just like it existed thousands of years ago.
For a start, there is no consideration that this may have not been the women's choice. Many of these powerful alphas were probably R-wording the women in all reality and not allowing her any choice in her mating preference whatsoever.
One of the things your research has indicated is that there is a manner in which women...
See, like, that's a very modern woman mindset. Well, if women were doing that, then it must be men's fault. They must have been R-wording them.
No, that... Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so... Literally, they have a fucking direction in the Bible telling you that, hey, you can kill everybody, the boys, the men, the women who's actually had kids, but the women who's not had a man, you can take her as your property. You know, after you give her a month of mourning her family, then she's gonna want to marry you. Like, your Bible says this. It's literally in your Bible. Like, we like, literally, it's in your Bible. Oh, okay, let's go.
Unless she has some study that by and large that was happening. I'm always open to new information. I hope she brings me something that I don't know in this, genuinely. But okay, let's go.
Are
I mean, like, it's a lot of stuff that you don't know, Pearl. It's a lot of stuff you don't know.
To people who manifest dark triad traits.
Yeah, I would say, I would add the qualifier that it tends to be younger women, teenagers or women in their early 20s.
There is no modern day evidence that women prefer bad boys.
Okay. I'll give you this is a piece of anecdote.
Okay, at least she's about to admit it's anecdote. Like, yeah, sure, let's go.
Anecdotal evidence. I had a male OnlyFans model on my show. He said one of the #1 things that women request is grape seed. I've also done more interviews than I can count. I also have anecdotal experience just from...
Anecdotal experience is not evidence. Oh my God, you fucking idiot. And a woman telling you to choke her while you're having sex is not something that is a grape scene. Like, no. Like, it's a euphoric thing when you're doing choke play with somebody in a responsible way. I mean, like, the next thing you're gonna say, BDSM is graping. Like, no, it's not. All right, let's go.
I'm talking to friends. Yeah, women do like bad boys. Stop capping. Let's just stop capping.
Either when they're ovulating or when they're not. There's actually more evidence to prove the opposite.
Oh, I'm interested. Okay. Physical trait. Do women prefer dominating? Autism. Is she gonna go into these? Because here's the thing. It's like women tend to sleep with the bad boys. They might marry the nice guy.
No. Pearl. And just something that a friend of mine always points out with Pearl. Why aren't you married, Pearl? What's wrong with you? You are a 25, 26-year-old woman. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you married? What? All right, let's go.
There is evidence that women are attracted to men with dark triad traits, but one of these traits is narcissism, which correlates with physical attractiveness and extroversion. And in much the same way, men are attracted to women with dark triad traits, as narcissism correlates with physical attractiveness. So once...
Well, you realize narcissism isn't... Like, you can't make conclusions about society at large. What percent of the population?
Wait. You ask for study, you ask for data, and it's being provided to you, and it's literally talking about how people are narcissistic, and that's the trait that's happening across the board. But then you're like, well, you can't make a you just did. Women like to sleep with bad boys, but marry good guys. Like, that's what you just did, Pearl. Pot, meat, kettle.
Is a narcissist. I'm seeing 1%, 1 to 5% of the population.
The physical attractiveness and the confidence is controlled for, dark triad traits actually add nothing for either gender. Basically, you can be confident and nice and you'll still be attractive to women and...
Never take dating advice from women. We don't even know what we want.
Men.
That's so fucking stupid. Because the only thing that actually just says, like, you just shit on your whole group of people because you're fucking catering to our audience. Pearl, stop. Why do you fucking hate yourself? Like, okay, let's go.
But this doesn't stop JP stomping around podcasts talking about this like it's science-based fact. The only other evidence they have for this is the...
I'll give you a piece of evidence. Women reproduce more with non-violent offenders than men, or women reproduce more with violent offenders than non-violent offenders.
Pop Evo psych evidence, which has not been proven to the point of peer-reviewed consensus. Peterson will maintain that...
So yeah, this is the crazy thing, is I feel like a lot of stuff that's just... Like, we been knew that women don't like nice guys. We been knew, like, there's always the crazy high school boyfriend.
No. Women don't like timid guys. Women don't like shy guys. Women like assertive guys. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be an asshole. It's just that you can't be timid. You can't be shy. You have to be somebody who you want to be around. Do you want to be around a shy guy person? Do you want to be around a timid person? That's not what women want to be around. And Pearl, I like, for real, I get it. You make your money based on this shit. But women don't want to be around timid or shy or depressive ass motherfuckers. That's not what they want to be around. Hello, you are a woman. Guys don't want to be around that shit either. Do you think that guys want to be around just like somebody who's always timid or shy? I'm sorry, let me correct it. People who aren't also insecure in themselves. That's what the problem is. But let's go. Let's keep going.
It's always like girls date the bad boys in their early 20s. When they get closer to getting that ring, they'll marry the nice guy.
Cross-culturally, women have always dated across and up.
Yeah, only 40% of men have reproduced historically. So yes, that's true.
Females engage in...
Wait, that's... I don't know, maybe because men went to war more, men were more violent, and men would, like, it wasn't as if they weren't getting sex. It was just that reproduction. Again, you reproducing is not the value of who you are. When you boil people down to just reproduction, it's fucking stupid. But let's continue.
Hypergamy, and hypergamy is and this is also true cross-culturally, and it's also quite, it's just as extensive in Scandinavia. Not quite, there's a bit of attenuation, but not much. Women mate across and up dominance hierarchies. Men mate across and down. Okay, and that has to be the case, because if...
Yeah, because...
The reason being, because for the longest time, women weren't allowed to own shit. Not even themselves. That is literally a problem that happened. Women weren't allowed to own shit. They were allowed to be property. Like, if you're trying to use historical data, when did women was able to own shit of their own? But let's continue.
Because men swipe right 45% of the time on dating apps, where women swipe right 5% of the time. Up to 20, depends on the study.
Obviously, it has to work that way. If one goes up, the other has to go down.
This is only half true. Peterson consistently fails to point out the hordes of studies that show that hypergamy is much less prominent in more developed countries because as an economy develops and is able to provide social safety nets and less children die at a young
This is my point that I was making.
age, they will have less children at an older age as it is safer to do so.
True, they will have less children at an older age. What does that have to... Women still swipe right 5% of the time on dating apps.
And this is the shit that kind of always gets me. Instead of actually addressing that maybe a woman is looking for a relationship, they equate that if a man isn't reproducing, then he must not be having sex. Like, they understand that, you know, even before, like, condoms are like 150 years old. Like, before we had that, there were the withdrawal method. There were a lot of ways to make sure that if you had sex, you didn't get baby. I mean, like, look in the Bible, onanism. He spilled his seed on the floor. I was just, like, we literally have information showing this. But let's go.
You cannot tell me that women don't date across and up. Oh, come on. Come on. I've had so many girls come on my show and tell me. I don't even know what study she's talking about.
You keep saying this. I've had so many girls come on my show. I've met this particular person. Bitch, you're not doing studies. You're literally talking about your show. You're not doing studies. You're talking about a show that you're fucking doing. Let's go.
I would be, look at, they want to date a guy that makes more money than them, that's taller than them, that's smarter than them, that's in better shape than them. Ideally, men swipe right 45% of the time on dating apps.
Then maybe we need to get standards for men. Other than, I just need to get my dick wet. So, yeah. Maybe we need to just get better standards for men. How about that? How about we teach these guys to have better standards of the women that they swipe right on? Why don't we just teach women to pursue men more? Why don't we have that? Like, again, you keep going to dating apps as if dating apps were the only thing that people actually get together with. It's not. Let's continue.
And they will choose a spouse later in life based on...
Yeah, that's true. But you know what's interesting? Even the women that say they don't want to get married, I always ask, for the right guy, would you get married and have kids? And they always say yes. And so to me, that indicates they just can't get the guy that they want. Yeah, first marriage is it 27? I thought it was closer to 30 now.
Needs, such as emotional needs. You're probably not familiar with this concept, Jordan, but people are finding other people that actually like them. So I don't know, this kind of...
Okay, that was a good point on Jordan. Like, yeah, no, like, you have to actually date people that you like, that people like. Like, that's a thing that happens. Just saying, like, no, you need to be able to pop out kids when I need you to pop out kids. That's fucking stupid. And that's treating people as if they're fucking breeding machines. No.
Sounds like a much better solution for all genders rather than trapping people into marriages they entered for the needs of bearing children and economic...
Feminists always have this, like trapping, like, it's like the language they use, trapping people into marriages for children, da 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 da. And it's like we always have this, like, worst case scenario in our minds. Our feminists do.
Stability, but that's apparently the red-pilled utopia that we're all striving for. Peterson and his incel minions also don't account for the fact that men, on average, thanks to millennia of patriarchy, earn more than women still. So
oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe people don't know about the pay gap in 2022, that they don't know the reasons why the pay gap exists. Women make less than men because we don't work as hard.
See, this is the dumb shit that I'm talking about. It's not that they don't work as hard. It's that they don't work as much because they're expected to take care of the child more. You dumb broad. Like, really? Really? Again, Pearl, you get married, you pop out 3 or 4 kids. Prove this shit wrong. You're giving all of this advice, but what are you doing to motherfucking pronounce the shit? Nothing? You're doing nothing? Oh, okay. Literally. You're popping out all this fucking advice, but you're not doing shit at all. But let's continue.
I'm sorry. And I can say this from hiring people. I can say this from hiring people. The people that put in the most, my employees that put in the most hours are men. Men work more. The reason women get paid less for the same job is because they work less hours and they tend to negotiate less. That's why.
It's not surprising that we're still living with the norms of a husband earning more than a wife. Divorce rates are actually lower than ever because marriage rates are lower than ever.
Divorce rates are lower than ever. It's still like 50%. I don't think divorce rates are lower than ever because it's 50%. And I know in the 1920s it was like 20%.
Just stop giving bitches choices. You stay with that motherfucker. By the way, let's take away your... Pearl actually says, let's take away the voting rights. Let's take away your reproductive rights. Because you need to stay with the motherfucker that may be abusing you or graping you. The fuck? All right. Again, Pearl, why aren't you with your man? You know, the one you took pictures of? You know, the one that you guys had a interesting relationship over? But let's continue.
Because people are actually waiting to find...
And whose choice is that? Men or women? Men are attracted to fertility and youth. So whose choice is...
No. I don't give a fuck about fertility. I don't. Why would I give a fuck about fertility? You know what I care about? If I like the person, if they like me, that's what I care about. Who gives a fuck about fertility? And youth? A lot of the reason why a lot of these guys are fetishizing youth is because they literally are horrible. And they think that somebody that doesn't have experience would accept their horribleness. Either in the bedroom or the way they treat them. But let's go.
Is it to wait to get married? Men or women?
One they actually fucking like.
I don't know. You might say that. I think it's because they're running out of time. They are running out of time. Girls would be like, I don't need no man. I ain't submissive. Then at 28 to 30, she's like, oh, I was just talking. I don't even know.
Why do you need to be submissive to be able to be in a relationship? I don't get that part. Why do you need to be submissive? You know what I've never asked my partner to be? Oh, okay, maybe with a certain amount of role play, but I've never asked my partner to be submissive. I've never needed to. I disdain submissive people. It's disdaining because if you're going to walk with me in a relationship, you need to be strong enough to walk with me in a relationship. I disdain submissive people. I have more confidence in myself to actually want somebody who's not fucking submissive. But let's continue.
I was just talking. I swear to God, I was just talking. I didn't mean any of that.
Later in life, after their frontal lobes are fully formed. And this is actually decreasing the chances of younger, less wealthy men being left with nobody, and of old female spinsters being left with nobody. But
If that was effective, why is it when the age of first marriage goes up, divorce rates have also gone up?
Hang on a minute, say the incels. There is evidence that women are initiating divorces when they get promoted. This means they're looking for higher status men.
We tell guys all the time that marriage isn't really a good institution in the United States anymore.
A woman choosing a bartender who is broke over a rich guy is just so far removed from reality.
The concept is known as monkey branch.
70% of all marriages end because the woman petitioned to have it end.
Yeah. And I remember going through a video. Remember that video, the Master of Blue Pill Disaster and shit like that. Like, it says they initiate it. It has no background data about if they've already lived separately. It has no background data of if it was infidelity. It has no background data if there was abuse. It just says 70% of the women initiate the divorce. That's dumb. That's fucking dumb. Okay, let's go.
Set up so that the one with less money is the one who gets spousal support.
Because they've been incentivized to do so because of the wealth transfer.
For women.
You know how to fix that problem where you say that a woman it's a wealth transfer? Make your chick work. I know, weird concept, right? If you think that a woman is out to steal your money and to steal your money and a wealth transfer, make that chick work. Like, that's the best thing that you can actually do. Make that chick work. Make her earn her own bread. Make her prove that she's not with you for just your money. Wait, that's all you have to offer her? That's all you have to offer her. Money. You only can offer her money. And so, oh yeah, now I see what the problem is. They have no fucking personality. They don't have a sense of why a woman would want them. They just have, well, I need to trick the bitch to actually wanting me. And there's your problem. There's your problem. But let's continue.
Like the richest women in the world either got their money through inheritance or they got it through divorce.
They just want to protect themselves. That's generally why they do it.
A woman breaks up in order to trade up.
I could struggle with you, or I could take this money that the government's giving me, and all I got to do is sleep with you.
Ultimately, this
has got to be the stupidest shit. This whole idea of women are just sleeping with men for money, it discounts the idea that women like sex. It discounts the idea that women like friendship or companionship or a relationship in general. It just presupposes the idea that women only tolerate men. That's stupid. And when I say it in these videos that, hey, red pill guys, these motherfuckers think that you're shit and to think that the only thing that you can offer a woman is financial stability, this is the shit that's going on. Like, they are really, 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 not only are they talking bad about women, they're talking bad about you because they think that you have no personality, that you can't offer emotional or mental support to a woman. That's what they think of you. And that's the problem. That is a real fucking problem. But let's continue.
This can also be her searching for a bigger, better option.
And they believe they've got relationship equity that they can make a withdrawal on at a later date.
Women do initiate more divorces now because when they feel that they can support themselves, they are less likely to trap themselves in an unhappy marriage in which they are expected to do most of the household chores, causing them stress.
So you ended a marriage over chores? And this is what I mean.
Pearl, again, where's your relationship, dog? Where's your relationship? Where's your relationship? I'm kind of at a loss. Where's your relationship? But let's go.
This is what I women don't want to get married. You think it's acceptable to divorce a man over chores? Blessing, Blessing, come here, chores. Can you imagine getting divorced over chores? Yeah, she was like, women are more likely to divorce when they get promoted because they're less likely they can support themselves, so they're not as likely to stay in a happy.
So, whoa. And this is where I think her listening comprehension is just demonstrably. Let's hear what she's gonna say.
Less likely they can support themselves, so they're not as likely to stay in a happy marriage or an unhappy marriage where maybe the chores are stressing her out. Oh my goodness.
Evidence that they are leaving them for higher value males. There is also another apparently hard to swallow pill that women.
I mean, okay, let's just be real here. When women leave, are they expecting to do worse? Why would you leave someone and accept?
So, are you acknowledging that, hey, a lot of these guys aren't shit, so when they leave, they may just fall into somebody else's not shit? I don't get that part. I don't understand that part. Are you acknowledging that a lot of these guys are just terrible ass motherfuckers? Like, all right, let's go.
And expect to do worse. Like, I'm just be real.
And will cheat on their beta male husbands with alphas. Another theory that Peterson backs up with.
Yeah, because there's two different mating strategies for women. There's like the guy you're physically attracted to and the guy that you can see yourself with long term.
Wait, no, stop. It's not about mating. Fuck me. Do you think... Oh my God. Pearl, I understand that you may not have enjoyed sex. I get that. Maybe men aren't for you. But there are women who enjoy sex. That they don't just fuck people just for money. I know it's like weird to actually think of. But there are some people that don't just fuck people for money or status. Some people actually like who they're fucking. And maybe because I'm a fucking expert, literally, women fuck me because they like me and they like to be around me. Not just because, oh yeah, he's the status and like, no. All right, let's go.
And that's more of like the provider type. It's very hard to find both. Some guys have both. And, you know, that's why, I mean, like, Giselle, what's her face? What'd she do after Tom Brady, the jiu-jitsu instructor?
Further.
And I'm not saying anything for this or against this. This is a purely factual biological claim. Is they pick a monogamous marriage and they cheat with high-status guys. Now, you know, obviously in the confines...
Jordan, you're married. You're married, Jordan. You're married. And what does your book say in 12 rules that you were struggling and you were poor? So how many guys did your wife cheat on you with? Huh? What is that, Jordan? You're just making up bullshit. Oh, I know, Jordan. I know. You're just making up bullshit. Let's go.
Of the marriage, that's a terrible thing, but
that's a very uncomfortable subject, though, for women in particular.
Well, it's an uncomfortable subject for everyone.
Right.
Is there any evidence to back this up? Absolutely not. From survey data, men admit to cheating on their spouses more than women, but the women...
It's actually really similar, the more recent studies that have come out. It's very similar.
So this is where I know Pearl is just being a fucking pick-me-ass motherfucker. Because here's the thing. Anything bad that she can castinate on women, oh no, fucking throw it out there. But wait, men, no. Men are fucking angels. Like, no. Here's the thing. Men and women are people. And they both do foul shit. That's just a thing that happens. And for you to sit back and praise one while blaming all of the problems on the other just lets you know that you're just doing this shit for your audience. Fuck. Like, like, you guys don't remember. I may have actually not put it, may have put it out there, but this is somebody who literally has videos where she's talking about how men are harassing her and men are trash. But pick me. Yeah, let's go.
In terms of cheating data. But it's interesting because if men cheat, they still are equally likely to rate their marriages happy, where if women cheat, it's interesting. A lot of them want to get caught, and they also are more likely to rate their marriages as unhappy.
Are catching up with the men because the most common way for someone to cheat is with someone they know, like a work colleague.
Wait. So then, okay, then this is kind of proving what she said, a work colleague. So a higher status male after she gets the promotion.
So now women have been allowed to leave the house more. They're actually beginning to cheat as much as men do, but there's no evidence that they've ever cheated more than men. And it's
no, I swear, I just saw a study the other day.
Well, not the norm to cheat either, like it's somehow become socially acceptable. There's no societal shift away from monogamy. We still want to get married or settle in long term.
We want to, but we won't. 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 45 will be single and childless. So if we want to, why aren't we? There's always a man that will marry a woman.
In relation.
Why do you have to just throw this shit in there? Like, for real? Okay, whatever. All right, let's go. Like, you just taking shots for no reason, Pearl. And I get it. You don't have any facts to back you the fuck up. You just taking shots for no reason. But you got to do better. You have to do better.
Relationships, humans pair bond. That's what we mostly do. We're just doing it later when we're settled in love.
If that was effective, why are we more divorced now?
Furthermore, there is no survey data that shows that the women who do cheat are doing so with high status men.
What, so you're cheating with a guy that's uglier and broker than your husband?
Yes! There are some people who do that shit because they can relate to that person. God damn. Fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, this tells you how fucking shallow people like this is, and like how they just don't enjoy sex. Like, seriously, like, again, people like this are telling that they just don't enjoy sex. Because if they enjoyed sex, they would actually say, like, hey, yo, I know, like, yeah, some of this is bullshit, but they don't. Or she's playing to an audience as a pick-me to guys that just don't have sex. But let's go.
That's offensive. Oh, like, come on.
If we're going to talk about this through a pop evo psych lens, surely it's more evolutionary advantageous for a woman not to be hypergamous and to be wary of the risk of getting involved with the wrong man who will not support her child, since the woman has always been the more
will not support your child. I'm so confused.
Selective gender. She's always had a choice between a beta or an alpha.
No, but now the government funds her choice. That's the difference. I'm not saying like women are any different.
And this is the shit that kind of like pisses me off. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. They act as if men can't get on government assistance. They really act as like, no, government assistance is only for women who want to leave a man. Like, no, that's if you don't make enough money as a guy, you can get on government assistance. I know, shocking, right? I know, shocking, right? Some of the requirements, I know, because, like, you know, financial freedom hasn't always been a thing for me, or as much financial freedom that I have hasn't always been a thing for me. If you qualify for government assistance, they don't check, you know, your gonadal expression. they check your income. It's weird. It's almost as if you get money based on how much you make, not if you're a man or woman. Okay, let's go.
Today than they've always been. Now they get paid to do it. So a girl can have a kid with the alpha. Instead of going for the provider, there's more of a consequence for going for the alpha. Or there's less of a consequence for going for the alpha. So basically, she can have a kid with them and then rely on the government and they'll pay her to be a single mother. Especially here, they used to, I don't know if they still do here in the UK, but they'll give you free housing.
So why would she willingly put herself in the dangers of an aggressive, violent alpha?
Not all alphas are aggressive. It just means like good genes. Hot guy.
And leave her children without a father?
I don't know. But I'm telling you, I've met so many girls that have done that exact thing. That break up her home and become a single mother for no good reason. Maybe for doing chores.
She keeps throwing around this chore shit. What? How? Like, Pearl, I invite you to live in a house with somebody who you actually do more of the taking care of the home. You do more of not only just take care of the home around the house, but you're doing more of the home as far as, I don't know, paying the bills, keeping up with the kids. And you tell me that that's fine to be in. Oh wait, if Pearl heard her way, a woman wouldn't be outside the home. Bitch, take care of the kids. Do you have shoes on? Why the fuck you ain't pregnant? As a matter of fact, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. That's the world that Pearl would want to have.
For doing chores.
Why not just settle down with the beta from day one who will protect her from all of the preying alphas?
Because, like, women want the alphas, but they can't. I mean, think about it. If you're a top 10% guy in terms of looks, what incentive do you have to settle down? Most girlfriends will let you cheat. What incentive?
These red pill men are simply projecting how they see the...
It's like, who do you think knows?
Notice she cut this shit out. She cut into this shit very quickly. Like, really. Because all it really is, it's a projection that a lot of these red pill guys actually have. But let's go.
Knows more about dating women, men or women.
We're gonna let her play that back.
Simply projecting how they see the...
It's like, who do you think knows more about dating women, men or women? Men or women? Who do you think knows more?
Women. I think if I want to know how to date a woman, I will talk to a woman. Seriously. If I want to know how to date a woman, first of all, I'm going to talk to that woman I want to date. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to have a conversation, and if it doesn't work out, oh, okay, no worries. But I would go to the people that I'm trying to get to know in order to get to know somebody like them.
So if all the guys are saying these are my observations, instead of saying you're wrong, maybe you could listen to them and you might learn something.
Market onto women when women actually see it very differently. Take it from me. If a man walks up to me and asks me for my number or asks me on a date, I'm not thinking, oh wow, I wonder if he has a nice car.
Yeah, but you might say, what do you do for a living? What is your job?
Not before the date, you dumbass. And again, it's literally how much money can you spend on this pussy? That's what a lot of these men think that women ask. How much money can you spend on pussy? All right, let's go.
I wonder if...
And I wonder if that's more expensive than my current boyfriend.
It's more expensive than my current boyfriend.
Right. You might not be thinking that, like, you might not mean to, but...
Pearl, the psychic. Fucking move over, Charles. Chucky Xavier, move the fuck over. Jean motherfucking Grey. As a matter of fact, she is a redhead. Although, yeah, Jean motherfucking Grey here.
You know damn well you haven't. Look, you know damn well that girls are not looking to leave their boyfriends and do worse. They're not looking to leave their boyfriends and do worse, or their husbands, whatever.
I'm thinking, I hope this interaction ends without this man getting...
There it is. There it is. There it is. All men are angry, violent, angry men, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Angry, violent, or following me home.
Fear mentality.
Wait, what? Pearl, you promote that women are weaker than men. You promote that, you know, that women should actually be submissive to men. And when she starts saying like, hey, I don't want this man to think that he can tell me what the fuck to do or follow her home, like, the fuck? Like, How? How can she be this dumb? How can she be this dumb? How? Pearl, you literally have a video of a guy creeping on you that you got him fired for creeping on you. You literally have that. It is still on your channel. As a matter of fact, here. Let's see. Let's pull it up. Open in a new tab. Videos. Can we go to not that one. How do I sort by let's see. Coach.
So unfortunately, what happened technically wasn't illegal because I was over the age of 18. However, I did get him fired from the school that he coached at because he was supposed to coach. So unfortunately, what happened technically wasn't illegal because I was over the age of 18. However, I did get him fired from the school that he coached at because he was supposed to coach my sister and I was not. No, it was over. So unfortunately, what happened technically wasn't illegal because I was over the age of 18. However, I did get... We all hear about coaches playing favorite. I have never had someone one-up me on this. One time when I was in college, I was fighting for a starting spot on the team with another girl. My coach decided to start the other girl, fine, no problem. They put me in the game. I come off the bench and lead the team in kills and blocks. I played so well that I ended up getting the all-tournament award at that tournament. And my coach still benched me for 3 games.
I don't know why she would. I don't know why she would have an issue with, you know, guys being creepy or doing shit. Like literally, she has videos on this shit, and like it's far down in her page. Like I'm not gonna actually lie about it. Here, let's see if we can bring that up. Let's see. Because she literally has videos about her coach harassing her and making passing her and being creepy. She literally has videos on this shit. But yeah, I know reasons, right? Let's go.
By getting involved with the red pill and by learning game, you're literally giving yourself a 101 on how to give women every red flag.
Oh my god, he looks so nervous in this. You see him like touching his arm.
Because Fresh and Fit are losers. That's what they are. They're fucking losers. Oh, he's talked to so many women. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. But let's go.
Arms. Whatever you.
In the fucking book.
To learn how to. A game is just learning how to talk to women.
By far the most tangible evidence the manosphere has for modern day hypergamy.
I would just say dating apps. Oh my god, 5%.
Is from dating apps.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it. Data from dating apps.
Which is the number one way people are meeting nowadays.
Account for, the plenty of fish data, the Tinder data that we have. Men do not get nearly as many options as women, and even if we're talking about top tier guys, they still cannot compete.
In a since deleted 2009 official blog post on OkCupid showed women rating men as worse looking than medium 80% of the time.
Most of the men on Tinder, of the profiles they come across, females, they'll swipe right on 60% of them. When it comes to females, they'll only swipe right on 4.5%.
4.5.
These guys, you look at OkCupid's data, and they behave a certain way.
On Tinder,
yes,
women.
Let me guess. She's gonna try to discredit it by saying like, "Oh, people aren't looking for relationships on dating apps."
They're not. They're looking to fuck. Like, wait. I use a dating app. Yes, if I hook up with somebody, that's fucking fine for a long period of time. And I've actually used dating apps that I have friends for long periods of time. But a majority of time, when I use a dating app, it is to fuck. Like let's be honest. Like, dating apps are meat fucking factories. But let's continue.
Well, it's dating apps. But even if we tripled it, that's 15% of men.
They like, swipe right. They like the profiles of only 4%. Men, when they see female profiles, they swipe right or like more than 60%.
That's a great example of hypergamy.
Time to get debunked again. You like this? Being thoroughly debunked by a vagina haver with a second-class degree in music production? There was one infamous blog post made by OkCupid in 2009, which supposedly exposed the hypergamous nature of women. It showed that women rated 80% of men on the website as below average in attractiveness, whereas men's ratings for women's attractiveness resemble more of an equalized bell curve. They jumped on this as proof of their Pareto principle. It's generally believed that this is one.
So here's the thing, though. I'm going to be very honest with you. Women have a higher expectation to be considered attractive than men. That's just the thing that happens. And yes, most users of dating apps are men. Like, okay, let's go.
One of the main catalysts of the modern incel movement, and
another piece of evidence is who women choose to reproduce with. Men have only reproduced 40% of the time historically.
How many of that is due not because women's choosing this, because some men die in war? And how do you know it's 40% of men? I know you're not using studies, because here's the thing. If you actually look at fucking studies, one of the things that have come up recently is to be able to track your paternal mitochondria data. We didn't have that technology up until recently.
blog post was eventually taken down not long after the incel attack in Toronto, where 11 people died. The incels took this to mean that big tech was trying to hide the truth of hypergamy. Ironic.
What about when a woman chops a man's off? That's happened.
Wait. You're going to talk about the case of Lorena Bobbitt versus the mountains of fucking evidence of incel violence. Wow. Okay. Shit. Wow. At this point, it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's go.
And they laughed about
whataboutism. This is whataboutism harder and faster.
About it on national television. So it's just interesting how when something's a gendered crime, men, they don't care when it's men, they only care when it's women.
That same blog post actually showed that women are more likely to be open to messaging men they see as less attractive, whereas men are more likely to only message women they rate as more attractive to themselves.
But that still doesn't take away the fact that they only match with 5%.
So wait a minute. You dumb broad. Oh my God. I'm trying to get away from calling her a dumb bitch because, like, it just the optics of that is bad. But you dumb broad. You're literally saying that when looks matter, but women would actually message guys that they don't find as attractive. Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go.
They might be less attractive, but they're still going to be in the top 15%.
So it showed that even though women rate most men as below average, they are much more likely to message them anyway. So here we are again with the incel projection of shallow dating.
Can't message you if you don't match.
Preferences on women. In addition,
you dumb person. That's obviously they can't message you if they don't match. That means that they are matching them. Wow, you're dumb. Wow. No, she has a very bad hair condition called pick me.
to this, r/Tinder data generally tends to show that men will swipe right on most women and women will be very picky, and the ones that they do swipe right on will very likely result in a match. I need to explain why this is the case. A fact that the red pill seems to gloss over is that women are always going to be more picky than men when it comes to dating due to the increased risk of violence and pregnancy. Not because of hypergamy.
The increased risk of violence and pregnancy. Okay, let's
have a look at some stats that the manosphere completely ignores.
Okay, before she goes into this, men are more likely, most mutual domestic violence, most domestic violence cases, it's mutual, meaning they're hitting each other. Men are more likely to get hit by women one-sided than women are to get hit by men.
Okay, cool. Source. Just source. Source. So you're telling me that men are more the victims of domestic violence than women? I need a source. She's making Roma level arguments. I know. She's making Roma level arguments.
Just like to say that.
Women who have used dating sites or apps are especially likely to report having negative interactions with others on these platforms. A majority of female online daters younger than 50 say harassment, unsolicited explicit messages are very common on dating platforms. 60% of female users aged 18 to 34 say someone on a dating site or app continued to contact them after they said they were not interested, while a similar share, 57%, report being sent a sexually explicit message or image that they didn't ask for. Roughly half of women think.
I mean, like, don't prove her point in the video, Pearl. Don't prove her point. Don't prove her point. This is literally why dating apps are shit. And it is not seen as your last choice, your last option, the bastion of final stand. No, it's just a tool. You know what you need to do? Get out and talk to people and be the person that you want to be around. Not be the person that you want to be like. Be the person that you want to be around. That'll stop this shit. But let's go.
Think dating on sites or apps are an unsafe way to meet people.
Okay, more picky. Fine. I'll give you 20%. I'll give you 30%. But 4.5%? You don't think that means anything?
Roughly half of women think dating on sites or apps are an unsafe way to meet people. More under 20s.
Then why are you on the dating app? If you don't think it's safe, then get off. If they thought it was an unsafe way to meet people, then that wouldn't be the #1 way people are meeting.
All right, I'm about to engage in whataboutism, so I'm calling it out. So it means that I can do it. Then Pearl, why are men still on dating apps if they can't get matches? Why are men still on dating apps? Okay. All right.
Assaulted after.
Yeah. Judging from the way that women are the minority on dating apps, it's almost as if they did leave.
Meeting
Okay. 671 cases. Out of how many people on the app? I'm just saying the odds.
Wait, the victims of 83% of the 671 cases were female, 17% were male, a slight change in the previous report. More under 20 SAs after meeting offenders online. Wow. Fuck. Okay. Wow. Shit. You see people who are SA'd and like 83% of them are women. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what the odds are because it doesn't say 671 cases. Like, is that in the whole US in a year? Like, that's a lot of. That's like not. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just like, that's really not a lot when you think of how big the population
victims
is.
and.
Wait, what? Did she just respond that way? Oh my god, she's fucking stupid. The stat is on how many people were. The stat was how many people were SA'd after meeting somebody on a dating site. Of the reported cases. These are the reported cases. What? Well, look at how many people are in the U.S. You dumb fuck. I don't know, like, oh god, we're almost finished with this. I don't know what her fucking issue is, but the fact that you're saying that, oh no, it's just like because it didn't happen to a majority of people, you're fucking fine. You know, take that assault and call it a day. Does she not rip? Okay, wow.
83% of the 671 cases were female and 17% were male. Oh, and I'm not done yet. Here's a full report from ABC about Tinder's failure to act on SA reports. Of the 48 people they found who reported SA to the app, only 11 even got a response from Tinder. Almost all of those responses did not detail whether any action was taken. And Match Group, the company that owns basically everything, Tinder, OkCupid, Match.com, Hinge, Plenty of Fish, and some others, has openly admitted that they do not screen for sexual predators on their free apps. A spokesperson said, "There are definitely registered sex offenders on our free products," which is a bit like a spokesperson for an ice cream company saying, "There are definitely fleshy."
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just like, duh. Are there creeps on dating apps? Yeah, duh.
Spiders in some tubs.
But this kind of goes back to like the
Wait, what? Well, pick your poison. Go ahead. Like, the bitches probably deserved it. Like, that is literally what she's saying. You're on there. You may probably deserved it. Wow, Pearl, you are a dumb piece of shit.
Modern woman fear mentality. Like, if you're always thinking of the worst possible scenario, it's like, what do they say? It's like you're going and dating into a place of fear. Is that really what you want to be doing?
Of our ice cream.
Mind you, this whole thing started with, hey, dating apps are shit, and women don't want to date. This is where that started. Women don't want to date men. When they tried, there are some warning signs of them getting, assaulted. Here's the thing about that, Vegeta. They believe that women don't really they believe simultaneously, I know, like paradoxically, that women don't like sex, but they have sex to try to get ahead. And when they feel that the sex is good with a good looking guy, then it's okay. But when it's bad or somebody that they don't like, then like they hate sex. Reasons. It's all based on how the guy looks, if it's SA or not.
Don't blame me, I just work here. So lucky you, ladies. While Tinder makes men pay for the slight hope of more matches, you'll have to pay for the assurance that you won't be assaulted.
I'm sorry, there's never 100% assurance that you won't be assaulted. It doesn't matter if you meet someone on the street or you meet someone on an app. There's never 100% guarantee. All you can do is take precautions. But I promise you. Also, I'd like to point out to a study that was done. There is a guy that put that he was he put a model picture and put that he was a sex offender. Like he.
That wasn't a study. That was a fucking prank. That wasn't a study. Pearl, that's not a study. Oh my God, Pearl, that's not a study. That's a fucking YouTube video. You dumb fuck. Just like, again, this is the woman who says that argument ad populum is a good way of deciding things. And when Destiny asks her stupid ass, along with Sneeko, how many people will it take to convince her the earth is flat? She fucking stalled like a fucking Ford Focus 1998. Yeah.
He's essayed a 15-year-old or something. Girls didn't care. They didn't give a shit. They literally kept messaging.
And even then, it's not guaranteed.
On top of that, if women were afraid of being assaulted, why are y'all having kids with violent offenders?
Oh yeah, sure, let's go.
I cannot stress this enough. Dating apps do not represent real life. Dating apps represent
they're the number one way people are meeting.
An extremely shallow.
That maybe people should meet in other ways. That doesn't. Okay, let's go.
Gamified version of dating that artificially creates the Pareto principle. Since women are more.
No. I don't think so. I think dating apps are just letting women be honest. Like, if we could have everything we wanted in a man, like, the filters will let us do it. 80% of women put height filters on, so they won't date a guy below 6 foot.
Likely to have had previous negative experiences.
And it's funny. As somebody who is 5'7", I have no problem with getting women that I want. As somebody who's 5'7", I have no problem with dating women that I want.
So maybe on an app it's 5%. Maybe in real life, let's quadruple it and say it's 20%. That's still only 20% of men.
With men, I'm not discounting that men have them too, but the fact that women have them more often than men is relevant here. So women are more likely to have their guards up when swiping.
It's so interesting. Feminists always want to take like the accountability off of women And like, whenever there's an unflattering fact about women, it's always like, oh, it's because of men.
And chatting, so this causes men to get less matches on the ladies that they're swiping right on, and the men are getting annoyed that they're getting less matches because this leads to less of a chance that they'll find someone that they like. To them, this just becomes a numbers game, so they start swiping right on more and more and more women, and the women start to realize that whoever they swipe right on, they're quite likely to get a match with them. And because they don't want too many unsolicited pictures of male genitalia taken with a pissy toilet bowl in the background to deal with, they—
Lady, come on. I promise to God, if I swipe left on a dating app, it is not because I'm afraid I'm going to get an unsolicited dick pic. If that's what you're afraid of, get off dating apps. Go meet people in person.
I'm sorry. First off, I do have to say this. A lot of guys don't know how to take photos. The reason why I can take halfway decent photos is because of this. Because I'm taking pictures of shit like this. But a lot of guys don't know how to take pictures of photos. And if you're why would you send a picture of your dick to a woman, first of all, with a dirty ass motherfucking place around your dick? Secondly, and maybe because I'm a grower, not a shower, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. But like, why do you need to send a picture, an unsolicited picture of your penis to a woman? Okay. I've met 0 people on dating apps. I've tried, but when I meet people in real life, it's so much easier for me. Yeah, because they meet your personality, not just your face. But let's go.
If that's what you want, and there's no guarantee anywhere that could happen. But you're gonna say, oh.
Start being more picky, confident that this won't matter because they'll still get a lot of matches anyway. As the women get more picky, the men get less and less picky. It's a
Yeah, that's true. As women get more picky, men get less and less picky. Yeah, men are as picky as their options. They're not. Yeah.
Negative feedback loop. It's not real life.
See, okay, I used to think that, like, oh, it's not real life. I would argue that women are less picky in person. I would agree. But again, even if it's 5% and we quadruple it, that's still 20%. Let's up it to 30%. And then I just started like walking into a room and noticing like which guys I would want to date in that room. And I was like, oh my gosh, it really is a small percent of men.
Stat that
Pearl, maybe because you're a bitch. I mean, like, just maybe because you're a bitch. I'm sorry. Maybe because you're a bitch. All right, let's go.
Red pill seems to ignore.
Oh, of course. Like, okay, so there was a woman who we talked, and then she started, because we had a better conversation, and I knew what group she is. I met her in. She started sending me pictures of her labia. Now, granted, I was uncomfortable with sending her pictures of my penis, but because the conversations that we had, not just like, oh yeah, I want to stick my dick inside of you. No, just like, hey, I'm an exhibitionist. I like to fuck with people watching. Like, yeah, like I was okay with her because I was warned. I was, informed. I had informed consent of that she was gonna send me a picture of her labia. But like, I don't know. All right, let's go.
80% of users on Tinder are male and 20% are female. The bad experiences are causing women to leave the apps.
That's an interesting.
Now, mind you, again, Pearls just said, well, why don't women just leave the apps? They did. All right, let's go.
An interesting stat. I think men just need it more.
Altogether, this.
Wait, what? You said you just think men need it more? Can I get a source for that, Pearl? Can I get a source that men just need it more? Like, no, women enjoy sex too. Like, these people just discount the fact that women enjoy sex. Like, that's a thing that happens.
Means that there are women out there, guess what, in real life, who are single and want to meet somebody.
But you know what the number one dating app is? Instagram. Instagram.
Not on a dating app.
Pearl, can I get a source for that? Please? Can I get a source? No source. No source.
From the incel perspective, women are hypergamous,
true,
calculating, and uncaring as they leverage emerging technology in the pursuit of the ideal masculine partner while maximizing the resources they yield from orbiters. Women are also...
Oh, that's so true. Come on. Come on. The friend zone. The friend...
Nobody puts you in the friend zone but yourself. If you want to date somebody and you express that you want to date them and they say no, then you have a choice not to be around them no more. Women are not sex motherfucking arcades. You can't put niceness tokens in them and then all of a sudden, ooh, we get free sex. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. Fuck it. Let's do it.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
All right, let's go.
Simultaneously sexual commodities, which can be quantitatively evaluated, subject to market distortions, or be unfairly distributed. Here, incels doubly deny women their humanity, as women are manipulative when acting and overpriced when objectified. While incels' observations are accurate, their explanations for these observations are grounded in a reductive and dehumanizing descriptions of...
Oh, so it says...
Wait, let's go back to that one. So, the chick, and her name is Mooncat, is like laying it out like perfectly. What happens is with a lot of these incel guys is, oh, women are too choosy. But when they choose somebody, women are too expensive. When they start dating other women, the LGBTQ community is stealing the women from men and making us lonely. Yeah, sure.
Grounded in a reductive and dehumanizing descriptions of...
Oh, so it says, while incels observation... Wait, so our study says we're right?
...with men and women. All of a sudden, communism doesn't sound so bad to these guys when it means the equal distribution of getting your wet. Another...
No! That's not what guys are saying. I mean, I think saying to a woman, you know, top 5% of men when you're an average chick probably isn't realistic. I don't really think that's dehumanizing.
The graph that they love to point to is this one, which shows that almost a third of men are now reporting no sex in the last year. But zooming out and looking at the rest of this data that this graph comes from, it shows that the amount of men sleeping with over 3 women in the last year is still more than the amount of women doing the same. On the whole, men are still being more promiscuous.
Small percentage of men. Small percentage.
Than women.
Again, she just keeps trying to throw women under the fucking bus. Like, for real, Pearl? For real. For real, Pearl. Like, men are still sleeping with more women. So you're telling me that it's the woman's fault that the men are still sleeping more with them. Okay, Pearl. Okay.
Which doesn't track with their 80% of women sleeping with all of the Chads theory. The data would suggest to me that women still want relationships with men, but men are increasingly attempting...
I'm actually glad she brought studies. This is interesting.
Yeah, those things called facts and data that you know you don't fucking like. Fuck. All right, let's go.
Oh, that would still make sense with the Chad theory.
The dating apps for hookups, but are ending up more lonely than they were before. In short, guys, gals, and NBs, try opening yourself up to experiences which will help you meet people in real life.
I agree with that part.
Friends with people of all genders more, talk to people even if you don't find them attractive, because who knows, they could even introduce you to other people you may end up being intimate partners with, or maybe you've just found a new friend. It's about self-improvement, exercising your social muscle, and fighting that inner goblin that just wants to stay inside.
Feminists always paint this like scary picture of the world for women, and I just disagree. And I
Wait, that's not what she was doing. That is not at all what she was doing. Literally, she was saying, go outside and touch motherfucking grass. What the fuck, Pearl? How did you fucking get that from the bullshit that did you call a fucking mind? She is literally saying, hey, talk to more people. Hey, experience life with people that you may not find attractive because you may have gotten a friend. And that friend can... okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, let's go.
I think it's silly to say that women are not hypergamous when only 40% of men have reproduced historically.
My brain hurts. My fucking brain hurts. Okay. Let's hear her final thoughts. Yeah, thoughts. Anyway.
Most women want to date a guy that makes more money. Most women want to date a guy taller than them. Most women want to date a guy smarter than them. If you deny that, you're just denying reality. If you want to wonder...
Pearl, any guy would be smarter than you.
If Chads are sleeping with all the women, just look at an NBA team and ask yourself how many guys they sleep with. The guys on those teams, rappers, entertainers sleep with.
Wait, didn't she just make a point about the small amount of people that were SA'd, but then she goes to the NBA team? Like, really? It's small. When it's small for your purposes, then it's okay. Okay. Fuck, she's dumb. All right. Okay.
Within a month. Probably more than most men will sleep with in their lifetime. You can
Wait, what did she say?
You guys, they sleep with, the guys on those teams, rappers, entertainers sleep with in a month. Probably more than most men will sleep with in their lifetime.
Okay, so you point out the industry where they literally are, you're literally talking about shallow people fucking other shallow people. And
you can also look at Genghis Khan. Man had a lot of kids. Anyways, let me know.
Oh my God, it goes to the point that Wajida and I said, he was a fucking warlord and he killed a lot of men. Like, Genghis Khan had a policy of, if you, like, it was called wagon wheel. If you were taller than a wagon wheel, gone. Gone. Stand up straight. Stand up straight. Gone. These people, these guys that reproduce throughout history, they weren't because, hey, women had choices. No, it was because they didn't. Oh God. Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. So, Pearl is a dumb fuck, and I'm sorry for putting you guys through it. At least I was working on my arm while I was doing it. And I thank you guys for watching.
Where would I be?
Yeah. Please like, share, subscribe. Remember, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers by June 1st. Like, share, subscribe, share this video, and show us how good our world is. Alright, and just like, thanks for watching, and we're gonna cut this video segment here.
Where would I be?
I will show. I can't show you the full picture that I'm actually taking for this. This was actually a picture taken at a party that I went to, and yeah. The music is too loud. Yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. Here. Do I have to record that? Hold on. Is it loud now? Yeah, I re-record that intro.
If I gave myself the power, where would I be? Am I ever really lost in translation?
There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, that was a thing that happened. That was a thing. That was a thing that happened. Oh shit! No, wrong. I'm gonna actually call it a night. I'm gonna call it a night. I am motherfucking tired. Hey, Vegeta, jump in Discord at the end of the when I finish this because yeah. Anyway, guys, I will have to tell you guys. I want to say good night. I want to say thank you guys for actually watching. If anything, remember that Pearl is fucking stupid as shit. Remember to like and subscribe. And yeah. Remember, touch titties, always with consent. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. I'm probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other. Then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other. They find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts eating.
The system levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.
Is that what a cesspool sounds like?